to Extension Connection with Kaysie and Sami,
where you will find the latest Sevier County Extension news.
I'm Kaysie.
And I'm Sami. Thank you for being here.
Today we are doing a special episode to cover all things Sevier County Fair.
First and foremost, we want to let you know we are not affiliated with the fair. However, we find that there are a lot of opportunities for our FCS members, 4-H members, and just county people alike, and we want to share that information with you. You will find all of the information from the fair booklet either in a fair book, which you can get here in the office, or you can find probably at the co-op, I think
so.
And definitely at the fairgrounds next door. And all of their sponsorship information, everything you need to know at SevierCountyFair.com. Kaysie will add that to the show notes for those of you that don't have a pen handy. But SevierCountyFair.com is where you will find all of this information and more. We're not going to read this word for word.
No.
So
there's a lot of information, a lot of different parts of the fair, and we are just here to give you a brief summary and just to help you all who are looking for this information and just need a little bit of connection of like maybe what you can do based on some of the programs that we've done in our office. And so with that said, we're going to talk about some fair competitions that our listeners, like such as you all, may be interested in.
Such as you all. Specifically you, since you're our listener.
Specifically you as our audience member.
So we want to tell you, we hopefully spark some inspiration, but I will start us off with the youth and 4-H division. And again, I'm not going to read every individual section that is listed in the booklet. So please check the website, check the book to find out more information if there is a section that sounds interesting to you. So starting off, we have garden crops, canning, and baked goods. If your 4-H'er or youth is interested, you can enter. Everything must be made by you. Nothing can be store-bought. 4-H'ers that joined us for our baking camp earlier this summer, I should definitely love to see you guys consider this. You have a brownie and a yellow cake recipe from that camp that you can make for this section. So don't forget that that is an available option for you. We also have youth arts and crafts. 4-H'ers that joined Miss Ashley for craft camp, you should consider this one. You can use some of those items that we did and enter them in. We have acrylic paintings, and any of those other items we made can go in the none of the above category. So that is like a catch-all. If it doesn't specifically fit somewhere else, put it in the none of the above category. There are also state qualifying opportunities. If they win first place here, they can be sent on to our state fair in Wilson County? Williamson County.
Yeah.
Middle Tennessee.
I think so.
So, state qualifying opportunities, crayon drawings, color or graphite pencil drawings, watercolor paintings.
It's Wilson County.
It is Wilson County.
It is Wilson County.
Thank you very much, Miss Kaysie. Other interesting things I want to add. New this year, digital drawings. Some of our 4-H'ers did their 4-H poster digitally this year.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was very cool, very cool opportunity. So you can turn those in, those drawings, digital drawings. And we also have junk journals as a new category this year. And I had to Google that because I was not sure what that meant. But basically, for those of you that are my generation, a slam book, just a journal, any composition notebook or a journal that you have decorated, used your own creativity in it, and written in it, that's your junk journal. So those are some fun new ones this year. Moving on, we have youth floral. 4-H'ers involved in Junior Master Gardeners should definitely consider entering our youth floral program. And I was very interested in the super cool fairy garden option.
Oh.
Must involve a flower, but the fairy garden, that was very neat. I'm very interested in seeing those out there. There's the youth Lego build, youth Pinterest. There's a subcategory, popsicle stick craft. We made a popsicle stick craft at camp, so you can enter that in if you were at 4-H craft camp. There's also a pre-K 5 Pinterest category and a 6th grade through 12th grade category. So
sorry, but those of y'all that went to creative design camp with me, we actually we decorated a mason jar, and we used some glue type material. I can't remember what it was actually called, but you were able, you were able to use Mod Podge and put a design on your mason jar. And so
and there is a mason jar category in
decorated
your youth
mason
Pinterest.
jar. Yeah. And
so there are multiple opportunities. So those would be an option to enter in. So there are so many opportunities for you. Please grab a book, look through, see what you can get put in for this year. We also have the photography contest. Remember, if you were at the 4-H photography camp this summer, definitely consider joining, but remember that you should not use the photos that you took at camp. But definitely use the skills that you learned, use that new knowledge to create a new photo. There are so many good photos out in our county. The county 4-H contest this year, it was so hard to choose winners for this year's competition. So enter those beautiful photos into the youth photography contest, and I can't wait to look at them. Also, state qualifying opportunities for youth photography. Child subject under age 12. So the subject, the person in the picture has to be under 12.
Yeah.
A teenage or adult subject.
All right.
An animal or insect subject. Black and white, not sepia, but it can be any subject. And agriculture with the theme down on the farm.
Oh, cute.
So some
y'all can do that.
Oh yeah, wonderful photos that were already brought into the office for our 4-H contest. A lot of them would go into those state qualifying opportunities. So make sure you bring those to the fair. Following up with youth scrapbooking and paper crafting. And then there is a 4-H project work and all youth. You have a demonstration exhibit available to 4th through 12th grade students. Tomato projects, those are for all grades. Project works, we have arts and crafts for your 4-H poster. Those are state eligible. 4-Hers that did crafts at 4-H camp definitely consider, 4-H junior camp. If you went to camp with us, they did derby cars, leather crafting, tie-dyeing. So those are all subcategories you could look at there. Project work, computer tech, creative writing. If you did a Keep Severe Beautiful essay, you can enter that. If you did a speech this year, enter that. Those are opportunities. Project work, electrical. Project work, pets. Project work, photography. Again, state eligible photography for your project work category is animals and person or people. And then sewing, state eligible would be tote bags, aprons, and pillows.
Yeah, and so if you did anything with Creative Design Camp and you made your own garment or something like that, you can enter that in the project work under sewing. Same with even some, we also did fasteners and things too. Like, enter that in under sewing because you made that. You could probably do under Not Listening Above or something like that. Like, you have so many different options, and so just don't forget about those opportunities.
Yes. Then a couple more project categories. Project work that pertains to wildlife and nature, or project work that pertains to woodworking. Those are all opportunities for you. Then subcategories that not necessarily pertain to our office, but we definitely want to remind you. Girl Scouts have their own category. Boys and Girls Club of the Smoky Mountains have their own category. And then in that category of the Boys and Girls Scouts, they have the crayon drawing and color and graphite pencil drawing. Once again, winners go on to state for those. FFA members, they have their own category. And schools have their own category. So those are all opportunities that are super exciting. We really want to encourage everyone to get involved. Miss Kaysie, take it away with the adults.
All right, so now we're going to move into the adult departments. Youth, you can enter into some of these other categories. However, you are going to be competing with adults. So just keep that in mind. So we have, first coming up is our departments, which is garden and farm crops. So some new ones this year is cantaloupe, cucumbers, largest bell pepper, largest squash, largest watermelon, largest zucchini, largest sweet potato. And goodness gracious, I can't wait to see what all those look like, because I can't even imagine what the largest squash or watermelon would look like. I've seen some pretty good ones going to other fairs and things like that. So just be aware of that. Keep growing those crops and bringing them in for the fair. Everybody's going to want to see what those look like.
And make sure you check the book to find those deadlines. We're not going to, like I said earlier,
we're not going to get into that.
We're not covering all of that. But there are deadlines for submitting your paperwork, and there are certain dates for certain things to be delivered. Like your crops are going to be delivered as a different day than your photos. So make sure you're looking at the book for that.
Yeah, and also too, like if you're in Master Gardeners, this will be your time to shine. Especially if you've been growing some of these crops and vegetables and things like that all year, this would be the time to enter in those things to get you a little bit of extra money. Yes. And then also the next one is food preservation, which is canned or dried, or canned and dried. There's all kinds of different subcategories. I'm not going to get into all of them, but especially if you did my berry jam workshop, you can enter that in. And then under not listed above, because we didn't do like grape or peach, we just did blackberry jam, so you can list that in there. And they're looking for headspace, they're looking for proper sealant and stuff like that. So just make sure when you do drop those off, you've got all that information on there. Canned meat will not be accepted, and same as sauerkraut. So just make sure you keep that in mind when you are submitting stuff for the fair. And then we have baked goods and candies. So that's, and then another thing that's new this year within that is a fair special, which is meeting us at the tree, and that's under cookies. And so just, it's a cookie made with anything grown on a tree, example, nuts and fruits and things like that. So that is just their theme. So if you want to enter in some cookies that are under that fair special related to this year's theme, then go for it.
Yes.
Want to see it? Want to taste it?
I'm here for it.
Yeah, we're here for it. Okay, and then we also have the Lego build. We have the Pinterest. So again, if you've got buttons, decorated crafts, diamond art. So you FC ladies out there that entered some stuff in the cultural arts competition, this would also be a great competition to enter some of those great things in, to give you another chance to see if you can win first, second, third, and against everyone else in the county, and not just the people that are in the FC club. So just keep that in mind. And so again, arts and crafts and Pinterest. Some of the state eligible categories within arts and crafts is the new largest dried decorative gourds subcategory, which I don't even know what people would do with that, but I want to see it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So then woven natural materials basket, and that's under 12 inches, and then woven natural materials basket, which is also 12 inches and above. Stained glass under 12 inches, stained glass with 12 inches and above. So anything you got in there, turn it in. We want to see it. People want to see it. And we also, it gives you a chance to make a little bit of money and see how you're ranked with other people in the county, and find ways to get better and inspire you for other crafts for next year. Yeah. And then also woodworking, the first place item under 24 inches, and then the first place item within 24 inches and above. So, and then another one is that's new this year under arts and craft is reverse coloring page, pen and marker, and then woodworking, which is a wine rack. So, sounds fancy. Can't wait to see those. Yeah. And then we have domestic arts. So again, those of you all that have entered stuff into the FCE club groups, you want to look at these sections, because a lot of the things that you all submitted are also in this section of domestic arts as well. So state eligible ones are going to be your crochet, which is the baby set, your infant and crib blankets, Also under knit, you have infant and crib blanket and scarf. And then you have needlework unframed, which first place item under 15 inches, and then another first place item from 15 inches and above. And then it's also counted for cross stitch as well. So just keep that in mind when you're looking through the book and trying to enter things in. And then sewing, which is a first place item that will be selected.
Those are all state eligible.
Those are all state eligible items. So just keep that in mind. And I know that somebody in the FCE group from the cultural arts competition, she actually won Best in Show for her cultural arts exhibit of a crocheted, I'm pretty sure it was crocheted, and it was a baby set, and it was so cute. It was so cute. And so I encourage y'all, please turn that in. We want you want to show that off to people. It'll inspire other people to do that or try different patterns and try a new skill. So definitely do that. And then next we have place setting. So again, that's meeting us at the tree theme. So there's special rules for that. You have to be 11 years old and up, and there's only 16 spaces available, and you must reserve your spot by emailing and refer to the manual for a full list of the rules. So just make sure you are getting the book. And the book looks a lot like this. So hopefully you can see that. Yeah, zoom it in for the people on the screen.
YouTube.
Yeah, thank you.
Those are just two of the rules. There are specific rules for this category that you're going to want to look at the manual for, or look it up at severecountyfair.com. So make sure you're looking at the full list of rules for that.
Yep. And then there's floral department section, which is your potted and hanging plants, your cut flowers, so many more. So again, Master Gardeners, if you've got flowers and you want to show them off to some people in the county, this is the time to do it. And then you have photography, which is also the state eligible subcategories are going to be your black and white amateur animals, and then color amateur animals, and then color amateur agriculture, and down on the farm theme.
Again.
Yeah. So again, those are the state eligible subcategories. So make sure you keep that in mind. There's also other categories, but again, we're not going to sit here and list all of them off. And then we have scrapbooking and paper crafting, and one of the new ones we want to highlight is quilling, which I have actually never heard of that.
It's super cool. All right, so they take this little tool and they spiral and make it into like little rolly strips.
Oh.
And then they design pictures with it. So they'll like normally be framed, and it'll be like this cool picture of a tree, but it's lots of little strips of paper. That are curled.
That'll be so fun.
They're so pretty. So yeah, that'll be fun.
So please submit that and do that under any not listed. So again, like she said, like it's quilling, and then do it under not listed. Yeah. And then we have the honey show and photography, which again underneath those subcategories, the state eligible ones are extracted, which is dark amber or light amber. Again, those are in the book. And then beeswax, which is also another one that's state eligible. And then
plain air at the fair
is also another section.
Which is French for painting outdoors.
Painting outdoors, yep. And there's a bunch of rules and regulations on that, and pretty big premiums that you could look forward to if you submit something in that category. So just
it has an entire page for it. So
an entire page for it.
Page 58 tells you all about it. So if you want to sign up for that to paint while at the fair, that's where you want to look for it. So those are our adult categories. Again, youth can enter the adult categories. I know some very talented youth that definitely could win over me in some of those categories. So don't be afraid to do that. And if you enter, there's like a certain number. If you enter a certain number of entries, you get a free ticket into the fair, and then the opportunity, obviously, to win. So lots of things that is listed in the book. I did not write that down for my notes.
I'm looking for it while
she'll look while I talk about livestock show. We have some policy change here. Cattle for all shows must be in place by 3 p.m. No animals will be admitted to the fairgrounds without a certificate of veterinary inspection, also known as health papers. And juniors do not have to be 4-H to show their animals. Okay, you can bring your animal on over here. However, if you're not a 4-H'er and you're showing your livestock, we really want you to come and participate with us. Come be a part of our 4-H family.
Yeah.
So the goat show is Friday, September 1st. The clinic is at 5 and the show is at 6. Poultry show will be pre-registered by August 14th. Sheep show, the application for the junior show entry must be made by August 25th. Junior competition is limited to whether 4-H members 4th grade or older, or FFA members. So that show, sheep show, August 31st.
Yep.
We are, oh, sorry.
Yeah. And then,
did you find your?
I did find it. So it says here that any person who enters 5 or more entries will receive 1 free exhibitor pass, which is good for 1 free admission only from August 29th to September 1st and
Not
4th.
on rodeo days.
But excluding rodeo days, and if the exhibitor pass is used on Saturday or Sunday or the 3rd, there will be an $8 upcharge.
So if you try to use it on a rodeo day, you will have to pay $8.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So we are looking forward to it. I cannot wait to see all of the wonderful ideas that are out there. What about you, Miss Kaysie?
Oh, I am.
What are you most excited to see?
Probably the quilling. Like, did not know that was a thing. I'm so excited to see that. And then also, I'm excited to see some of these FC ladies. Hopefully, you all will enter some of your stuff too, because it is beautiful and it should be shown to the rest of the county to inspire others. I'm just so proud of that club because they did such a great job with that cultural arts competition and fashion review. And so this is the chance to bring that stuff back out again, or keep working on what you're working on and turn it into the fair. It's gonna be great to see all your stuff, and even to see some of the other counties like the 4-H'ers.
Yes.
I'm just excited about all of it. It'll be so good. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to. I always enjoy looking at the photos.
Mm-hmm.
The photography department is always one of my favorites. So I am very much looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see everybody there.
Yeah. And so we are so happy that y'all joined us today. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing y'all at the fair.
Good luck with your entries, and remember,
we're better
together.
See you next time. Bye.